Hi everyone, good evening. Well, as you join in, just type live in the chat so I know you are here. Okay, I see people joining in. Great. So let's get started. Today is day two of our live transformation series. And this is not a session you casually watch. This is a fear breaking session. Today, we are not just talking about fear, we are confronting it, rewiring it, and breaking its control over you. If fear has been delaying your decisions, shrinking your dreams, or keeping you stuck, this session can change that. By the end of today, you won't just understand fear, you will take powerful action with me in real time. So stay fully present because this might be the moment you stop letting fear decide your future. So now tell me who is excited and ready to transform their relationship with fear and take bold actions. Type E for excited in the chat. Before we dive in, a quick intro about myself. Those of you who are meeting me for the first time, my name is Payal Gulati. I'm a journalist and life coach and founder of The Innate Bliss. And now let me ask you something honestly. Right now, as you are watching this live, what's the one thing you want to do, but you are too scared to try? Is it starting that business you have been dreaming about? Or leaving a job that drains your happiness? Or talking to someone you have been avoiding? Tell me, what is it? Type it in the chat right now. One fear, the big one. It could be fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of being judged, fear I'm not good enough. And trust me, डर के आगे जीत है. I'm not talking about some idea or theory. I'm talking about real wins happening for you right now. Today, we are not just talking about fear, we are going to face it and work through it right now, live and together. By the end of this session, you won't be fearless, but you will know exactly how to move forward despite the fear. Sound good? Are you ready? If you are staying with me for the entire journey, let's go. So, now let's talk about what fear actually does to you. Think about that fear you just type in the chat, the big one. How long have you been carrying it? Type a number. How many months of or year has this been stopping you? Think about it. 1 year, 3 years, five, 10, maybe since college, maybe since your first failure, maybe since someone told you you are not good enough. Just think about that number. That's how long fear has been quietly running your life. And here is the scary part, it does not kill you, it keeps you stuck, frozen, living a small life than the one you are capable of. Now, let me show you how fear really shows up in your life because most people don't even recognize it. First, physical fear. Your body tenses up, your shoulders tighten, your heart starts racing, your stomach feels heavy, and your breathing becomes shallow. And you call it stress. Now, number two, mental fear. Your mind starts its favorite loop. What if I fail? What if they laugh at me? What if I lose money? The endless list of what ifs. And the more you think, the smaller your courage becomes. Now, number three, emotional fear. This one is deeper. You feel shame for wanting more, guilt for wanting success, You feel selfish for prioritizing yourself. You are scared people will say you have changed, or worse, you are scared they will discover you are not as capable as you pretend to be. Now comes number four, spiritual fear. That quiet voice inside that asks you, do I actually deserve this level of success? Who am I to dream this big? And because of all this, you choose safety. You stay where you are. You say, maybe next year, maybe when I am more ready, maybe when things are stable. But let me tell you something. Next year will look exactly like this year if you don't confront the fear now. But let me tell you something very honestly. The truth that nobody tells you. Fear does not go away because you wait. It does not disappear because you are ready. It does not leave just because you have suffered enough, cried enough, or thought about it enough. Fear only loses its power when you move through it, not around it, not by ignoring it, through it. That uncomfortable step, that shaking voice, that one action your mind keeps postponing. That's where your freedom is. Now, I want you to do something with you live, and this is really important. In the chat, complete this sentence. My fear has stopped me from dot dot dot. Don't overthink. Just type the first thing that comes to your mind. Is it starting your business? Posting videos on your social media channel? Leaving a toxic relationship? Asking for what you deserve? Or is it investing in yourself? Even if you're watching this later on recording, act like you are here live. Do all the activities, type in the comments, and follow along to get the maximum results. Come on, type it. I'm waiting. So I'm seeing some responses here. And first of all, thank you. Because honestly, it is first step to courage. And the fact that you are admitting it publicly right now, that means you are already stronger than your fear. Now I want you to feel something uncomfortable for a moment. If you are in a safe space, just close your eyes for a few seconds. And now imagine yourself 10 years from now, and nothing has changed. The same fear is still there. What does your life look like? That business, still just an idea. That relationship, still unfulfilled. That dream, still on hold. And worse, you are not just stuck, you are resentful. Resentful of people who took risk you did not take. Resentful of your own self for staying small. Resentful of the life you could have had. Now open your eyes. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm telling you what I have seen. I've spoken to people in their 50s and 60s who say, I wish I had done it earlier. I kept waiting to feel ready. I thought the fear would go away, but it did not. And the hardest part, they are not angry at life. They are disappointed in themselves because they let fear make their decisions. Think about it. While you were scared, other people already started. They are growing, learning, building the life you want. So let me ask you something honestly. Do you want to feel that 10 years down the line? The same stuck feeling, the same regret, or do you want to look back and say, I was scared, but I did it anyway? Now let's make this real. In the chat, answer honestly and complete this sentence. If I don't overcome this fear, in 10 years, I will regret dot dot dot. Type it. Don't filter it. Don't make it fancy. And feel it. Great. Now let's make sure that regret never becomes your story. Let me tell you about one of my clients, Rajesh. He came to me a year ago. Successful job, good salary, stable life. But inside, miserable. He wanted to start his own consulting business. He had been thinking about it for 7 years. Every year he gave same excuses. Not the right time. What if I fail? I need more experience and so on. So I asked him one day, what are you really afraid of? He said, failure, looking like a fool. But when we went deeper, that was not the real fear. The real fear was if I try and fail, it will prove I was never good enough and I won't be able to hide behind my corporate job anymore. There it was. Not business failure, but identity failure. So he stayed safe, safe job, safe life, until one day his company downsized and he got laid off. And you know what he told me later? That was the best thing that happened to me because no, he had no choice. He started. He failed at first, lost some money, made mistakes, but he did not die. He did not become worthless. He learned, he adjusted, he kept going. And now he has a successful business, more income, more confidence, more life. Same person, same fear, just a different decision. What this shows us, he spent 7 years waiting for fear to go away. Guess what? It never did. He just stopped waiting and start taking action. Now let's make this personal. I want you to really think about your own fear. In the chat, complete these two sentences. The worst thing that could happen if I face this fear is dot dot dot. And then, if that happens, I will survive because fill in the blank. Let me give you an example. The worst thing that could happen if I face this fear is I will fail in front of everyone. Number two, if that happens, I will survive because I have handled failure before and I can learn from it. Isn't it right? Haven't you handled failure before? So now type both of your answers in the chat. Don't overthink it, just be honest. Let's face the fear directly instead of running from it. Let's do it together. Now we get to the good part. I'm going to give you 5 steps to break through fear, not to make it disappear, because fear never really goes away, but to push through it and take decisions and take actions anyway. And we are doing this together right now. Each step has a live assignment. Don't skip them. This only works if you actually do it. So, are you ready? Type let's go if you're committed to doing every assignment with me. Good, let's begin. Step number one, name the fear clearly. You can't fight what you can't see. Most people say, I'm scared. But scared of what exactly? Failure, rejection, judgment. That's too general. So let's get specific. Grab a piece of paper or open your notepad and now answer this. What exactly am I afraid will happen? Be specific. Not I'm scared to start, but I'm scared if I will start, I may fail, I may lose money, and people will say I'm stupid. Be very honest. Now comes my second question. Why does that scare me so much? Now go deeper. What does that scenario mean about me? Would it mean you are not capable, not smart enough, not worthy? Write it down. And now, the most important question. What's the real fear driving all of this? Usually, it's come down to one of these. I'm not enough. Maybe I will be judged. I will be rejected. I will fail publicly. Take a minute. Just think. Now type in the chat. My real fear is dash. What's coming out now? That's the real fear. That's the real thing. Not the business, not the conversation, not the risk. The real fear is what you believe it says about you. And that's why this step matters. When you name your fear, something amazing happens. You start taming it. The monster in your head is always scarier than the truth on paper. Now that we have brought it into light, we can deal with it. Now comes step number two, challenge the story. Your fear is not a fact, it's a story. And most of the times, it's an old story or a false one. So let's test it. Take that real fear you just wrote. Now, ask yourself, what proof do I actually have that this fear is true? Write down actual fact, not feelings, not assumptions, actual fact. For example, if your fear is, I'm not good enough, what real evidence do you have? Tell me this. Now, second question. What proof do I have that this might not be true? Think about it. Have you succeeded before? Have you survived hard things? Have you done something you once thought you could not? If you answer that honestly, you will see there are so many times you have already faced the impossible and came out stronger. That's your proof. You can handle this too. And third question, and this is actually powerful. If your best friend has exit fear, what would you tell them? Would you say, yes, you are right, you are not capable? Or would you remind them of their strengths? Take a minute, just think about it. Now, type in the chat one reason your fear might be lying to you. Let me read some of the answers. I have handled tough situations before. I faced fear and realized it was not as bad as I imagined. I actually got promoted when I took a risk at work. Exactly. Most of our fears are predictions about the future based on old pain from the past. They feel real, but they are not facts. They are stories. And the moment you question the story, your brain starts to loosen its grip on it. Now that the story is shaking, we are ready for the next step. So here comes step number three, the worse than technique. Most people avoid fear because they think facing it will be the worst thing ever. But let me ask you, is it really true? Or have you just never compared it properly? Let's do something simple. Take a paper again. I want you to make two lists. List A, what's worse than facing this fear? Think about it. Is staying stuck worse? Is 10 more years of what if worse? Is regret worse? Is watching others live the life you wanted worse? Think about it and write it. Now, list B. What could be better if you face this fear, feeling alive, feeling proud of yourself, building the life you actually want, inspiring your kids and others. You don't need 10 points, just 2, 3 honest points in each list are fine. Now read both the lists out aloud. Seriously, read them. And then ask yourself, is facing this fear really the worst option? Or is staying stuck the real nightmare? When you realize that staying stuck hurts more than trying, your energy shifts. Fear stops looking like the enemy. Comfort does. And that changes everything. Now let's talk about step number 4, the 2-minute courage action. You don't beat the fear by just thinking about it. You beat it by moving, by taking action. Now listen to me carefully. You don't require big moves, just tiny moves. Most people don't act because they think they have to take a huge leap. No, we are taking a 2-minute step. Think about your fear again. What's the smallest action you can take in the next 2 minutes that would move you forward? It's not starting your business. Maybe just Google how to register it. It's not having the hard conversation. Maybe just write the first sentence what you would say. It's not quitting the job. Maybe updating the resume or LinkedIn profile. What is your 2-minute brave action? Write it down. Was it fear? Or was it the habit of staying comfortable? Because action is the antidote to fear. And every time you take tiny action, you build a courage muscle, and then your life changes. And now let's talk about step number 5, the daily fear breaking practice. It's not a one big dramatic moment, it's a daily practice. Courage is built, not gifted. So now we make this real. For the next 7 days, I want you to choose one small, brave action you will take every single day. Not something huge, something consistent. Maybe say no to someone that drains you. One authentic post on social media. Try one small skill or hobby you have been curious about. Apply to one opportunity, just one. And now decide, when will you do it? Be specific. Morning after tea, before sleeping, during lunch break, not whenever I feel ready, because you won't feel ready. Now comes the third point. Who will hold you accountable? This is very crucial. A friend, your sibling, or yourself by writing it down and putting somewhere visible. And last, when fear shows up, because it will, what will you do? Will you pause and breathe? Will you remind yourself why this matters? Will you say, I move anyway? Take a moment, log this in your mind. Now type in the chat. For the next 7 days, I commit to dot dot dot. Commit to yourself and declare it here. But listen to me carefully. Motivation fades, proof stays. So after this live, take a screenshot of your commitment. Pin it somewhere, you will see it. Put it as your wallpaper or send it to someone. Make it real. Because fear does not disappear, you just become stronger than it. And that strength is built daily. Remember my client Rajesh I was talking about? After he got laid off and started his business, I asked him, what changed? You waited 7 years, then suddenly you did it. He said something I will never forget. He told me, Fear was not the problem. Waiting for fear to go away was the problem. The fear was always going to be there. What changed was my relationship with it. He still feels fear before every pitch, before every new step, but now he feels it and moves anyway. All right, now let's have some real talk. You have been with me for about half an hour, doing real fear work with me. You have faced your fear, you challenged it, and you even took action. So tell me honestly, how do you feel right now compared to when we started? Type in chat. Better, same, or empowered? Now listen to this. This feeling you have right now, it will fade if you don't keep going. Fear does not end in one session. It's a practice, it's repetition, it's daily commitment, and it's accountability. And most people can't do it alone. And that's exactly why I created my Fear to Freedom 90-day coaching program. This is where we break every core fear holding you back, build daily courage habits, have live sessions, get personal guidance for your specific situation, and create real accountability so you actually follow through and achieve your results. This is not motivation, this is rewiring. If you are tired of letting fear decide your life, this is your next step. Enrollment is open for next 48 hours. If you are ready, type freedom in the comments. I will send you details. But only type if you are serious because it works. But only for people who commit. Are you ready to stop waiting? So do type freedom in the comments. Now, before we close, one last thing. Whether you join the program or not, I want you to do this. Write this down. I choose to stop letting fear make my decisions. For the next 7 days, I will take one brave action daily. Even if I feel fear, I move anyway. Write it, sign it, mention today's date. This is your contract with yourself. Once you are done, type in the chat signed. And if you know you need support to stay consistent, you already know. Your next step is what? So before we close today, a good note for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and we are not just celebrating love, we are going deeper. In tomorrow's session, we will talk about why the same patterns keep repeating in your relations, how to stop attracting the same pain and disappointments, what is what it really takes to become a love magnet starting from within, and how to shift your inner energy so you stop attracting lessons and start attracting aligned love. We are not chasing love, we are becoming a love magnet. And tomorrow's special session will be at 9 a.m. IST. Don't miss it. So set your reminder and let's make this Valentine Day a turning point, not just another date on the calendar. See you all tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, take care and keep upgrading yourself.